Hey guys, thank you for stopping by. My name is Kate and the channel is Update with Kate. If this is your first time here, your first time of seeing any of my videos, you are very welcome. Please subscribe and join the family, okay? And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and for sticking around. You hold a very special place in my heart and I really appreciate you. And so you guys know, on this channel, I bring content around immigration, lifestyle, health, food, and interesting vlogs. So if this is the kind of content you like, why don't you stick around with us? Click on that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that YouTube will always notify you when I drop any new video like this one. So with that being said, let us dive right into the video of today. So guys, like I promised you, today's video I'll be talking about how to create a Canadian style resume or curriculum vitae, CV. So whichever you call it, I might be using the word resume or CV. They both mean the same thing in this video, okay guys? So to start off, it is important for you to know that your resume is like a first impression that you create about yourself to your potential employer. It is a piece of writing that says volume about you in your absence. So before an employer goes forward to meet you one-on-one, they would first of all assess your resume, okay? So whatever you put on your resume is the information they have about you. That is why you have to be very careful while crafting this document, because it has the potential to make or mar your recruitment journey, okay? So that is why I am dedicating this video to teach you how to draft your resume so that it will suit the Canadian style. I've come across so many people who have been finding it difficult to land a job since they came into Canada. And I keep telling them, your resume plays a very good role to determine your success in your job, in the job market. And if you are planning to shoot your shot in the Canadian job market, you have to be intentional with your resume. I can tell you for free that that resume you have from your home country that landed you that $1 million job from your home country may not be able to land you even a survival job here in Canada, because there are some relevant information that Canadian employers are always looking for in your resumes, okay? And there are some information that you have in your resume that, to be honest, they are not needed here. So that is why I want you to please stay glued to your screen and follow me gradually. If you can, please get a notepad and a pen so that you can jot some things and also take screenshots when you can, okay? So guys, this video is going to be in 2 sessions. In the first session, I am going to be giving you the format for a Canadian style resume or CV. And in the second session, I am going to be giving you 15 hot tips that will make your resume to stand out in any job you apply for in Canada, okay guys? So guys, a standard Canadian resume is divided into 6 sessions, okay? So I am going to be explaining what information you should be providing in each of these sessions, all right? So the first session is the personal information section. Under this session, you are expected to provide your name and contact information only. So basically, you're going to be writing your first and last name, followed by your phone number, your location or address, which is just your city and country of residence, followed by your email address, and lastly, if applicable to you, put in your LinkedIn address. Make sure that your LinkedIn profile is up to date and you have information that relates to the job that you are applying for at the moment. Okay, so if you know that your LinkedIn account is not in proper shape and doesn't speak volume of you, or does not relate with the job you're applying for, please, it is best to take it off your resume. Okay, please guys, I usually say this to people: if you're not applying to a mid-level or say top management position and you do not have ample previous work experience, please, there is no need bothering yourself about LinkedIn accounts, okay, or putting it in your resume. You can bypass that, okay, because most recruiters who are recruiting for lower level jobs or even some mid-level jobs, they do not go through the process of looking at your LinkedIn profile and all that. So why turn their eye towards it when they are not even looking? So this entire information in this section should not exceed 2 lines. All right, and this brings us to the second section, which is the professional summary session. So under this session, you're going to be providing a summary that describes those qualities that you have that make you a capable and reliable employee. So basically here you are giving them a brief summary of who you are professionally. Okay, do not give them your marital background, your relationship and all that. Please stick to professionalism. Bring in only information that speaks volume about your professional skills. Okay, and this session should not exceed 3 to 5 lines. Okay guys, so the third session we have is the skills and abilities session. Under this session, you are going to be listing your skills, okay, and abilities. Provide your technical skills and your soft skills. So for technical skills, you're going to be listing all the hard skills you have, your computer skills, architectural design skills, your ability to use to handle power tools. What it depends on your field, okay? So you know the technical skills that are required for the type of job that you are applying to, okay? So list them on here, and then you provide your soft skills like communication skills, your team building skill, your interpersonal skill, listening skill, you know, all of those soft skills that you know that are relevant to the job you are applying to. List them on here. And please, this should be a maximum of 6 to 8, okay, while listing them. All right, so moving on, we have the next session. This is the 4th session, yeah, and under this session we have the work experience, relevant work experience. So guys, you have to pay very good attention under this section. This is where you are going to be listing the previous work experiences that you have that make you qualified to this job. One thing I would like you to do before you begin in this session is to take a good look at the job advertisement. So basically, that job that you are applying for, there must have been a job description or responsibilities that have been outlined in the job advert. Please look at the responsibilities that you are required to perform in that job. Also look at the abilities that you are required to possess to be able to perform that job before you move on to this session, because you're not going to be listing every single thing that you did in your previous job. It is not going to be contained in a standard Canadian resume or CV, okay? So this will help you to tailor your resume to contain only the relevant information that will help you to secure this job. All right, so here you're going to be listing your previous experiences beginning from the most recent, and you work your way down to the oldest. So just a hint guys, if you do not have more than 15 years of work experience, do not list more than 4 different jobs, okay? So under this session, you start off with the period the job lasted, saying 2021 to 2023. Please do not include the day or the month, okay? And then you go on with the name of the organization. Write the name of the organization, write the location, the city, and the country is okay. Please do not give postal code or whatsoever, okay? And then the job title, okay? If you worked as a human resource generalist, human resource assistant, sales representative, nurse aide, what have you, just put it on there. And then you start listing the jobs that you performed, okay? So describe what you did in that job, okay? And do not forget to mention your achievements while on that job. So let me give you an instance. Let's say you worked as a cashier, right? So if you worked as a cashier, one of your achievements could be that you attended to customers in a timely manner, thereby reducing the average customer wait time to 15%. That is an achievement, so include it. So do not just list the job that you performed, also include whatever you were able to achieve while performing those jobs, okay? Because this is going to make you stand out from other applicants, okay? So the 5th section, we have the educational qualification. So under this section, you're going to be listing the educational qualifications you have gathered over the years, okay? So here, you start with your most recent educational qualification that you have gained, and you go backward in time from there, okay? So start with your highest educational qualification. Say if your highest qualification is a master's degree, start with it, and then followed by your bachelor's degree, and followed by your high school diploma, okay? According to the job position you're applying for, and also the requirements of this job. All right, guys? So guys, do not forget to include your period of study, okay? So say if your bachelor's degree was for 4 years, make sure you write 2010 to 2014. Then bachelor's degree in agriculture, the university name, city, and country. That's it. Please do not overload your resume with unnecessary information, okay? And then to the final section, which is the 6th section. So here we have the professional certifications. So under these sections, you're going to be listing the professional certificates that you have, if you have them, okay? So I would also want you to go back to that job advertisement and know the type of certifications that you are required to possess, if any, to be successful in that job. So for some jobs, like for instance, a job in the food service industry, you need to have the Smart Serve certificate, and in the healthcare, you need to have your CPR, your first aid certificate, and in some other jobs, you need to have the WHMIS, the WHMIS. I'll look for the full meaning and put it up on here, okay? So just research on the certifications that are needed. Engineering, you know the certifications that you need in your field. If you have them, please list them on here, and the year that you gathered those certificates, okay guys? So guys, before we move on to the 15 hot tips that will help your resume to stand out among other applications, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. I put in a lot of effort and time to bring this information to you, and I believe that the best way you can encourage your girl is by clicking on that subscribe button, okay? And also like my videos. When you hit the like button, it tells the YouTube algorithm to suggest my video to other people so that they can watch it as well. That is how I gain all the massive views I've been getting. So please guys, at this point, I want you to take a little moment and click on that like button. And if you have not subscribed, please tap the subscribe button and also turn on the notification icon, which looks like a bell shape. Okay, thank you so much. So guys, here are the hot tips that I believe you can use to restructure your Canadian resume, and as soon as you shoot your next shot on that dream job, you are getting called right away. So number one, most of you have the word curriculum vitae at the top of their resume. This is a no-no. Take it off. You don't need it. Please do not write the word CV, resume, or curriculum vitae at the top of your resume. Please delete it ASAP. The only thing you should have as the title should be your first name and your last name. Number two, remove biographical information. No one is interested to know if you're married, your nationality, your date of birth, your gender. Please remove all of those information from your resume, okay? They are protected information and should not be provided at this point. Third tip is do not include any photograph. Passport photograph, full photograph, selfie, whatsoever that portrays an image of you. Please take it off your resume. It is not relevant. It is not needed. Okay, my love? So the fourth tip, under the work experience section, please do not provide information about the company. Okay? In your relevant work experience, just mention the name of the company and your job title and the period when you worked with the company. Okay, do not describe what the company produces. So I have seen a resume where the applicant took a whole paragraph to write about the company where she worked. This is not relevant. Your resume is about you and not the company where you worked, and this irrelevant information makes the resume too long for the Canadian standard. And the next tip, guys, is remove irrelevant work experience. Please do not burden your resume with work experiences that are not related to the job that you are looking for. Most of you must have had up to 10 different jobs, and you feel like you want to put them in so that your recruiter will see that you have always been productive in your lifetime. Please, you are going to be shooting yourself in the leg. Do not include job experiences, work experiences that you had that do not have any relationship with the current job that you are applying for. Okay, so I am not saying that all your work experiences must be in the same field, but it has to be related to the particular job that you are seeking for. Another tip, language spoken. I see this a lot in so many resumes. You don't need to mention the languages you speak unless the job requires it, okay? So that is why you have to keep an eye on the job advertisements. It is important to tailor your CVs, guys. Any job you are applying for, you have to tailor your resume to suit the requirements in that job advertisement, okay? If the job does not require you to be bilingual, there is no need including languages spoken, English and French in your resume. Please take it off. So another hot tip, guys, this is the most important. Your resume is a standard Canadian resume is always about 1 to 2 pages long. You can go up to 3 pages long if you have more than 20 years of experience. Okay, guys? If your experience is anything less than 20 years, please shorten it to 1 to 2 pages, okay? Most recruiters here, they get discouraged when they see resume 3 to 4 pages, 5 pages long. Are they going to be reading a thesis? They're not interested in all that. That brings me to the next tip. Please, next tip, keep it simple, succinct, and clear. Do not make your resume ambiguous, because as you are applying to that job, tens of thousands of people are applying too. So you have to keep your resume simple and clear, so you don't get them uninterested to look into your resume due to the ambiguity of your resume. Okay, so guys, I just realized that I missed out on two very important points, so I'm just going to go through them now quickly as possible. For the general formatting of your resume, it is recommended that you choose a font size 12 for your body text and 14 for the title text. Okay, you can also go up to 16 for your first and last name, the one you have at the top of your resume. Okay, please choose a font style that is simple and legible, preferably a Times New Roman, and use a 1.5 line spacing. Okay, please guys, try and be consistent with your font style by applying it to the entire document so that it looks nice and legible. Right? And the next important tip is use keywords or buzzwords, whichever one you call it, in the work experience section. Go back to that job ad and read through the job responsibilities. Identify the keywords in the job ad as they list it, then apply the same keywords or use similar keywords. Okay, it mustn't be exact. Use similar keywords while outlining your own work experiences in your resume. All right guys, the benefit of this is that if your recruiter is using the ATS software to screen resumes, you stand a better chance of the software choosing your resume, because the keywords the software is looking for can be found in your resume. All right, next tip, shorten your name. Please guys, shorten your I'm sorry guys, shorten your name, please. If you know your name is your first name is about 15 letter words and your last name is about 20 letter words, please shorten them. Okay, for instance, your name is Schwarzenegger. Please answer Neg for the sake of this recruitment. When you get on the job, you can bring in your full names as you desire, but for the benefit of the recruitment process, please shorten it. Okay, don't write names that are too difficult to pronounce or too difficult to grasp, because it's going to be tiring for the hiring manager to get interested in your resume. I am not saying that you should throw away your name, because names are very important in people's lives and play a very crucial role. But what I am saying is this: it has to be simple. In Canada, I've met some people whose names are William, but when I call them William because of the document I'm seeing, they say, hey, you can call me Bill. So they shorten it for Bill because they feel that is easier for everyone to pronounce, right? So if your name is like Olubukola Onyeyirichi Onyebuchi, please, if you're a guy, you can just shorten it to Olu, or if you're a lady, you can shorten it to Onyi or Bukola. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so make it short and simple, but I'm not saying that you should throw away your name. Okay, after the recruitment process, and if you are successful, when you are doing your documentation, you can bring in all your names as they appear in your document or as you wish to. Okay, because in Canada, yes, there is provision for you to write the name that you prefer to be called or addressed as. Okay, another tip guys, under the personal information section, your address should just be the city and country of residence. Please, no postal codes. Do not give them your postal code. Do not provide your street name or unit or apartment number. All those information are not necessary. Or Nigeria, do not provide your local government or whatsoever. Just the city and the country of residence. You are good to go. And your phone number, please do not forget to include your area code. Please don't assume that they know the area where you live. If you are abroad, please include the plus or the minus. Please always include the area code, even if you are in Canada. Next tip, make your email address professional. Snazzy for you at yahoo.com. Please take it off. Gen Z Buddy for sure at gmail.com. Please take it off. At this point, we are talking about your professional life. So you have to be professional, okay? Ideally, your email address should have your first name and your last name, or your last name and your first name. Just a combination of your names, okay? Please don't put up anything fancy, anything stylish. Please keep it simple and professional, okay? Next tip, if the job you are applying for is for a part-time position, please include your availability. Make sure you write the time that you are available, the days of the week that you are available. If you are available weekdays, include them. If you are available weekends, please let them know. And the time, okay? So that your recruiter knows if your availability will suit into the availability for the job. And lastly, if you are applying online, if you are sending in your application online, please save your resume as a PDF document. Okay, guys? Save it as a PDF document and save it with your name, your first name and your last name, or your first name and your last initial, okay? Please do not leave it like that, Word document 001 or PDF ZZ0. So guys, just to recap, a standard Canadian resume has 6 sessions: the personal information session, the professional summary, the skills and abilities session, the work experience session, the educational qualification session, and the professional certification session. So guys, if you find this information very relevant to you, or you have any question for me, please drop them in the comment section and let me know the country you are watching from. Why not you go ahead and restructure your resume right now, shoot that your next shot, and you are going to be very successful. And until I see you again in my next video, keep watching, keep subscribing, like and share. Bye bye.